Hit it.
The Blues Brothers, starring Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi, are coming to San Antonio on Friday, August 5th for one night only.
What do you want for nothing? Arabisquita.
This historic concert event celebrates their 40th anniversary tour. All tickets are on sale now at pmxevents.com.
Hey! Come on now!
Don't miss your chance to see this dynamic show, The Blues Brothers, presented by PMX Events.
Pickle, let's go to the hotline. Let's go down to the Alamo City.
210.
Check in with the head coach of the San Antonio Southside Cardinals. We're joined by Coach Ricky Locke. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We're doing great. How are things in beautiful San Antonio?
Oh, it's rolling right along, man. It's good weather and everything's that time of year when everything's in motion, man.
Everything is in motion, and things. The motion there in Cardinal country has only been in the positive direction recently. You guys are coming off of the first 10-win season in program history, a 10-2 mark, and that has become kind of the norm. There is the success that you guys have had there with the Cardinals. I'm interested this past year with the 10-2 mark. Did that feel like did that kind of strike you as the kind of milestone that it strikes for us, that getting that 10-win mark feels like a really big deal?
Well, yeah, it's the most in school history, and I got here in 2014 and had been to playoffs 4 times in 61 years, and then it had never won a playoff game, won district championship in '92, and then never won more than 7 games in a season. We won 7 and 8 twice, 9 twice, and finally 10, and in the double digits this year. So we're a work in progress, but we've made significant gains.
And I guess my question is how? You mentioned you took over a program that the history was fine. It's kind of middling. A couple of playoff appearances here and there, but you guys have consistently, now you guys have made the playoffs 7 consecutive years. That's more than they had made the playoffs combined in the 50-something years before you arrived. What has been let's just give away the secret. What has been the secret to turning this into a sustained success story?
Man, Greg, I can't tell you. It's been we hit the hallways hard when we got here and recruited and tried to get kids back out. And we had a really good junior class that was going to be seniors, and they were hungry, and I couldn't believe they were coming off a 1-9 year, because they were a lot better than that. And we it's kind of, Matthew Collier got us started here. He rushed for 1,800 yards 3 years in a row, and went off to college, and then helped us out and get us over the hump. We had a bunch of good players since, with Richard Torres signing with Nebraska and Michael Young signing with Wyoming. But, there wasn't much history, and it's fun to watch it. It's a lot of work, a lot of things go into it. But, we had a pretty good plan in, and I've got some really good coaches here, and my defensive coordinator has been with me since I came on campus, and my offensive coordinator too. So we're excited about. There's been a lot of turnover here, but not athletic-wise. We've had pretty much the same staff, and I've been through 6 superintendents in 9 years, but 6 high school principals. But our staff has been able to be consistent and stay here, and it's been a great thing to watch us become kind of relevant.
We're talking with Ricky Locke, the head coach of the San Antonio Southside Cardinals, here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at #TFDay. Coach, one of the biggest reasons that you guys have been able to be so successful, at least from where I'm sitting, is, it does seem like every single year you guys put out one of the finest defenses in the San Antonio area. This past year, you guys were absolutely exceptional on the defensive side. I'm interested in what has that been a kind of a building process to kind of build yourself a defensive identity over the course of your tenure there?
Yes. I mean, I'm an old defensive coordinator. I was a defensive coordinator at North Shore and Huntsville, and, I'm defensive minded, even though I do call the plays now. But I think if you always play great defense, you'll have a chance to be successful and have a chance to win. And that's what we do. We hang our hat on that. And For 5A football, we have about 5 or 6 guys that go both sides of the ball, and our defense is, always been stout and always been pretty good, and we think that we're going to keep stressing that and hopefully win some more games.
I want to ask you a little bit about your 2023 squad moving forward. It strikes me looking at this, looking at what you guys bring back, that the real strength of this team is going to be up front. That you guys have got some guys on both sides of the ball in the trenches that are gonna do some work. Is that your read on the situation? Look, I'm not going to hold you to it on March 6th. You got a few weeks before you got to play a game. But is it fair to say that looking that right now, when you look at your 2023 squad, you think you're going to hang your hat in the trenches?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be the biggest offensive line we've ever had, and a bunch of them are back from last year, and it turned out to be one of the best we've had, and they're going to be pretty good again. And we went from weighing 205 to now we're weighing 270 and 290, and 6'2s and 6'3s. So we're getting a bigger kind of player in that regard on the offensive line. Defensive line, we've got 3 stars back on defensive front, and our leading tackler, our linebacker, Paul Yarmy, is back. So we feel pretty good. We have 6 true starters back on defense, another 2 that played a lot, so just about 8. And then we got 5 on offense and another 2 or 3 that played a whole lot. So we feel pretty good about what we have coming back. And I feel like, if we do things right and stay healthy, we'll have a chance to be right in the middle of the race.
And then, on the, as far as the skill position guys are concerned, this is, you mentioned Ricky Torres, who you guys had a couple of years ago. The offense was very strong again last year, but you guys are graduating a lot of a few of the skill position guys. I'm interested. Do you have 1 or 2 guys that you look at that you expect to step up and play a key role on the offense this upcoming season? Oh
yeah, we have one of our fastest players back, Ruben Alanis, and Noah Van Osdal, and Noah Ramirez. We and Jeremy Obregon. They were all district players. We did lose Castaneda and Hernandez, and they were pretty real good for us. But we feel pretty good about what we have coming back, especially with that offensive line just getting stronger every day, and we feel really good about that. But we're one of those teams that we get the like Torres. He went down. He had an ACL 3rd game of the year, his senior year, and he's a Power 5 quarterback, 6'6". He's up to about 230 now at Nebraska. But we lost him in week 4. I mean, that was brutal for us because we were throwing the ball about 35 times a game, and now we're back to running it like we've been doing with success, and we've had a lot of good running backs come through here, and I think that the trend will continue.
Finally, Coach, you've had a remarkable resume, a remarkable career. The places that you've been, you were the head coach there at Elgin, and at Woodville, Gonzales, Gainesville, before you arrived there on the Southside. But I want to go back to your very first head coaching job, where you were the head coach there at Runge. Runge right now, I'm not sure how much attention you keep up with Runge, is rocking with an enrollment of 70. I'm not sure what the enrollment was whenever you were the head coach, but it probably wasn't in the thousands, as it wasn't close to maybe the 1650 that you have at Southside. I'm interested in because you have a unique perspective on this, the difference between coaching at a place like San Antonio Southside, which is a 5A Division I program, and coaching maybe like you did leading the Runge to two straight 10-win seasons back in the 90s.
Yeah, I have so many great memories Runge, Texas, and my kids were all little then, and me and my wife went there, didn't know what to expect, and they had a superintendent there, Harold D. King, and he ran it. He ran that thing, with an iron hammer, and I love working for that guy. He was no nonsense, but they were very good at the time, and had Alonzo Esparza, who led the whole Class A in rushing, and We just had a great phenomenon. Rusty Nell was my offensive coordinator.
Oh, wow.
He went on to great success at Mart in Madisonville. But, I've had some great assistant coaches that worked with me. And Ruggie was a great – we had 105 that was in enrollment then.
105.
Wow.
105, and we had 39 boys playing football. So, it was like – it was, and the other 3 were managers. So, it was a great thing, and I appreciate my time there. And those people, they were so proud of that school and that team. I haven't been back there in a few years, but I know that I owe that place. I have a lot of respect for that place and all they've done for me and my family.
He's Ricky Locke. He's the head coach of the district champion San Antonio Southside Cardinals and the former head coach of the Runge Yellow Jackets. Coach,
that's right.
We sure appreciate your time. Congratulations again on a fantastic 2022, and we look forward to seeing what you do in 2023.
Well, I appreciate all y'all do for high school sports and high school football, and you guys make us all look sound a whole lot better than we are, and I sure appreciate that. Thank y'all much, man.
Absolutely.